The video appeared online without warning. No headline. No explanation. Just a blurry hospital corridor captured on a shaky phone camera, uploaded late at night when most of the world was asleep. The clip lasted less than 2 minutes, but the moment people realized who the footage might be connected to, the internet exploded with shock. A nurse walking quickly through a hallway. A room door opening. Whispers between medical staff. And then a moment that made viewers pause the video again and again. Because people believed the clip was connected to the final hours surrounding YU MENGLONG. Within hours, millions of fans were asking the same question. Who recorded this video, and why? Stay with this story because in the next few minutes we're going to break down the mystery of the leaked hospital footage, the shocking claims about the nurse who was allegedly responsible for sharing it, and why the video has reopened emotional conversations about the tragic events of September 11, 2025. Because sometimes the most powerful stories don't happen on stage or on camera. They happen in quiet hospital hallways when no one thinks the world is watching. The hospital itself looked ordinary from the outside. A tall building of glass and concrete with ambulances occasionally pulling up to the emergency entrance. Doctors and nurses moved in and out every day, dealing with situations that ranged from routine checkups to life-saving emergencies. Inside those walls, strict privacy rules existed for one reason. Patients deserve dignity, especially during their most vulnerable moments. Which is why the appearance of that mysterious video shocked so many people. The footage showed a corridor lined with white walls and fluorescent lights humming softly overhead. A medical trolley rolled past the camera while someone whispered behind the phone recording the scene. At first, nothing seemed unusual. But then the camera shifted toward a hospital room door that appeared to have security stationed nearby. That detail alone triggered endless speculation online. Why would security be standing outside a hospital room? Fans immediately began connecting the dots to the timeline surrounding the tragic day when news broke about the sudden death of YU MENGLONG on September 11, 2025. According to online discussions, the video might have been recorded during the chaotic hours when medical staff were trying to manage the situation while reporters and curious onlookers gathered outside the hospital. But the biggest twist in the story came from what viewers noticed next. A nurse appeared briefly in the frame. She looked around quickly, almost as if checking whether anyone else was watching. Then the clip ended. That short moment was enough to send the internet into investigative mode. People began asking who the nurse was and whether she had anything to do with the video being leaked online. Rumors quickly spread claiming that hospital administrators had identified the person responsible for recording or sharing the footage. Some posts even suggested that the nurse had been detained or questioned for violating strict hospital privacy policies. Those claims immediately sparked debates across social media. On one side were people furious that such a sensitive moment might have been filmed at all. Hospitals are supposed to protect patients, they argued, not turn private tragedies into viral content. On the other side were viewers who believed the video might reveal important details about what happened during those final hours. The truth, however, was far more complicated. Hospitals operate under extremely strict confidentiality rules. Recording inside patient areas without permission can lead to serious consequences for staff members. If someone working there had truly leaked footage, it would represent a major breach of professional ethics. That's why the rumor about the nurse being arrested or investigated spread so quickly. The idea that someone might risk their career and possibly legal trouble just to capture a video shocked many observers. But the video itself remained frustratingly unclear. The corridor looked real. The hospital equipment looked real. But nothing in the footage directly confirmed the identity of the patient connected to that room. Even the nurse's face appeared only for a brief moment before the clip ended. Some viewers believed the video was authentic. Others argued it might have been recorded in a completely different situation and later misrepresented online. Still, the emotional connection to the name of YU MENGLONG kept the story alive. Because for fans who admired his work, the events of September 11, 2025 had already been deeply painful. YU MENGLONG was known for his calm presence and emotional performances in television dramas and films. His characters often carried quiet strength and sincerity, traits that many fans believed reflected his real personality. Over the years, he had built a loyal audience who appreciated not just his acting talent but also his thoughtful interviews and humble attitude. So when news spread about his death, the reaction was immediate and emotional. Social media filled with tribute messages. Fans shared clips from his dramas. Music playlists featuring his songs circulated widely online. People remembered moments when his performances had helped them through difficult times. The leaked hospital video, whether real or misunderstood, reopened those emotions again. For some viewers, it felt like an unwanted glimpse into a moment that should have remained private. For others, it was a mysterious fragment of a story they still struggled to understand. Meanwhile, discussions about the nurse continued. Some online sources claimed that hospital authorities had launched an internal investigation to determine whether any staff member had violated privacy rules. Others insisted the nurse seen in the clip had nothing to do with the recording at all. Without official confirmation, the truth remained uncertain. But one thing was clear. The short video had reminded everyone how powerful even a few seconds of footage can be in the digital age. A single clip recorded on a phone can travel across the world in minutes. And once it spreads, it becomes almost impossible to control the story that grows around it. Experts on medical ethics later commented on the situation, explaining how seriously hospitals treat patient privacy. Doctors and nurses dedicate their careers to caring for people during their most vulnerable moments. Recording those moments without permission can violate both professional codes and legal protections designed to safeguard patients and their families. That's why the idea of a hospital worker leaking footage shocked so many people. Because trust is one of the most important parts of healthcare. Patients must feel safe knowing that their personal struggles will not become public spectacle. Yet the mystery surrounding the video continued to circulate online. Some viewers analyzed the hospital layout shown in the clip, trying to identify the exact location where it might have been filmed. Others slowed the footage frame by frame searching for clues. But after all the speculation, the biggest truth remained unchanged. The passing of YU MENGLONG on September 11, 2025 left a deep emotional impact on fans around the world. And moments like this, whether confirmed or rumored, show how strongly people continue to feel connected to his story. Even today, conversations about his legacy continue across fan communities. People share favorite scenes from his dramas. They discuss interviews where he spoke about personal growth and perseverance. They remember the quiet warmth that seemed to follow him both on screen and in real life. In the end, the leaked hospital video may never reveal its full truth. But it has already become part of the larger story that surrounds the memory of an artist whose work touched millions. And sometimes the most important lesson from moments like this is the reminder that behind every public figure is a human life and a family deserving of respect and compassion. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think the hospital video was real or just misunderstood footage that spread online without context? Should strict action be taken if medical staff leak private recordings from inside hospitals? And what is your most memorable moment from the career of YU MENGLONG that made you admire his work? A hospital corridor at night is supposed to be quiet. But on that night, nothing about the silence felt normal. The fluorescent lights flickered above a nearly empty hallway, casting pale shadows across the polished floor. Somewhere in the distance, a machine beeped steadily. Nurses moved quickly, whispering to each other in tense voices. A security guard suddenly rushed past the reception desk, speaking urgently into a radio. And inside one hospital room, a phone camera was secretly recording something that was never meant to be seen. Hours later, that video would explode across the internet. People would replay it thousands of times, searching every frame for clues. Because the patient lying in that hospital bed was none other than YU MENGLONG. And the shocking part? The nurse who filmed it was arrested shortly after the footage leaked. But what exactly did that video show, and why did it cause such panic inside the hospital? In today's story, we're diving deep into the mystery surrounding the alleged leaked hospital footage connected to YU MENGLONG, the rumors surrounding the nurse who filmed it, and the disturbing questions that surfaced after news spread about his tragic death on September 11, 2025. Stay with me until the end of this video, because the details that surfaced later made the situation even more mysterious than anyone first realized. The night everything started seemed completely ordinary. YU MENGLONG had reportedly been admitted earlier that evening after what was described as a sudden health scare. The hospital staff treated the situation seriously but quietly. Only a small team of doctors and nurses were assigned to his room to protect his privacy. For hours, everything appeared calm. But sometime after midnight, something unusual happened. According to people who later claimed to know about the incident, a young nurse working the night shift entered the room for a routine check. At first, she behaved like any other medical professional, adjusting equipment, checking monitors, recording notes. But what happened next is what later sparked controversy. The nurse allegedly took out her phone. At first, the camera pointed toward the floor as if she was pretending to send a message. But seconds later, the lens slowly tilted upward. The hospital bed came into view. And there was YU MENGLONG. The footage, according to rumors that later spread online, showed him lying still while machines monitored his vital signs. The room was dim except for the glow of medical equipment. Nothing about the moment looked dramatic at first. But viewers who later claimed to have seen the clip said something in the room felt off. A doctor was standing near the bed, speaking quietly with another nurse. Their voices were low, but the tension in their body language was unmistakable. The doctor leaned closer to the monitor. The nurse glanced toward the door. And suddenly the young nurse holding the camera lowered her phone quickly, as if she had realized she shouldn't be recording. The video ended abruptly. For a while, nothing happened. No one outside the hospital even knew the recording existed. But everything changed the next morning. Around 8 a.m., fragments of the video began appearing online. At first, only a few seconds circulated through private chat groups. The clip was blurry, shaky, and partially cropped, but the hospital room and medical equipment were visible. Within minutes, people began asking questions. Was that really YU MENGLONG? Why was someone filming inside a hospital room? And how did the footage escape the hospital so quickly? As the video spread further across social media, hospital administrators reportedly became aware of the leak. What happened next shocked everyone inside the building. Security officers began reviewing camera footage from the previous night. They checked hallway recordings, staff entry logs, and shift schedules. It didn't take long before attention turned toward the young nurse who had been assigned to the floor during that time. According to rumors that circulated afterward, investigators discovered that her phone had been used to record inside the room. And when administrators confronted her, things escalated quickly. Within hours, authorities were allegedly contacted. By midday, the nurse had reportedly been taken away for questioning. Outside the hospital, the atmosphere grew more chaotic. Fans gathered near the entrance hoping for updates. Reporters started arriving, trying to confirm whether the leaked video was real. But the hospital released no official details. The silence only made the mystery deeper. Inside the building, staff members were warned not to discuss anything about the situation. Phones were checked. Rooms were monitored more closely. Yet despite the hospital's efforts, the video continued to spread online. People slowed it down frame by frame. Some claimed they noticed the doctor whispering urgently. Others insisted the medical monitors looked abnormal. A few viewers even said the tension in the room suggested something serious had already happened before the recording started. But without the full video, no one could confirm anything. Then, late that evening, another rumor appeared online. Someone claimed the original footage had been longer. According to that claim, the leaked clip circulating online had been cut down. The full recording, they said, showed several additional seconds, including a moment when hospital staff suddenly rushed toward the bed. No one could verify whether that claim was true. But the idea alone caused the internet to explode with speculation. If the nurse had captured something important, why release only part of the video? And what happened during the missing seconds? The hospital still refused to answer questions. For the next several days, information remained scarce. Fans waited anxiously for news about YU MENGLONG'S condition, but updates were rare and vague. Then, everything changed on September 11, 2025. The announcement of his death shocked people around the world. Immediately, the leaked hospital footage returned to the center of attention. Viewers who had already seen the clip began analyzing it even more intensely. Some believed the video might have captured one of the final moments before his condition worsened. Others argued the footage was misunderstood and showed nothing unusual at all. But the biggest question remained unanswered. Why would a nurse risk filming inside a private hospital room? Some people believed she had simply made a terrible mistake, filming out of curiosity without thinking about the consequences. Others believed there might have been a deeper reason. What did she think she had captured? And why release the footage at all? Even more mysterious was the timing. The video appeared online just hours after it was recorded, suggesting someone moved very quickly to distribute it. Was the nurse acting alone? Or did someone else help the footage spread? Inside the hospital, the investigation reportedly continued quietly. Staff members were interviewed. Phone records were examined. Security footage was reviewed repeatedly. But very little information reached the public. Without clear answers, speculation continued to grow. Every small detail in the video became a clue. The position of the machines. The expressions on the doctors' faces. The strange silence in the room. Some viewers even believed the clip hinted at something larger that the hospital had tried to keep private. Others warned that the internet was simply overanalyzing a short and unclear recording. But one thing was certain. The leaked hospital video had turned into one of the most mysterious parts of the story. And the arrest of the nurse only made people more curious about what truly happened that night. Did she accidentally capture something she wasn't supposed to see? Or was the video simply misunderstood by millions of viewers searching for answers? Even now, the questions remain. And sometimes the biggest mysteries come from the smallest moments, a few seconds of footage recorded in a quiet hospital room when no one expected a camera to be watching. Now I want to hear what you think. Do you believe the nurse recorded the video out of curiosity, or do you think she might have captured something important that people weren't meant to see? Do you think the leaked footage really showed anything unusual, or did the internet turn an ordinary moment into a huge mystery? And if the full video truly exists somewhere, would you want to see it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I'm really curious to know your theories about this story. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep mysterious stories like this, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable stories and hidden details behind celebrity mysteries. Your support helps the channel grow, and your comments always lead to the most interesting discussions. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me your thoughts below.